Today's podcast is presented by Podgo. That's right, Podgo is the easiest way for you to monetize your podcast, providing podcasters with a flat rate for ad space so you can always know how much you get when you include an ad from Podgo. I recently joined as a member, and you can too. Apply today and become a member and immediately be connected with advertisers that fit your audience. That's podgo.co at podgo.co.
Hi, am I on the air?
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Don, do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear, highest necks on the cloud. Am I in the air? Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better, Voltron transform to DX Don Mega. And off scene, you probably think I'm nice, cause I flow like a stream to your wireless device, and the smoke all the steam on any given night. I'll short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out. Don, you gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Well, what is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? And yes, we are live on the air. We're broadcasting live from the Red Dragons radio studios here in lovely Tucson, Arizona. It is Monday. It is June the 29th. This is season 20. It's episode 25. Tonight's show is titled My Girl. And I am your host, Don Mega, and I welcome you to the show. This is your one-stop shop for all the latest and greatest when it comes to entertainment news, movie reviews, everything going down. You come along for the ride every Monday night right here on Am I on the Air? So, before we get into the news of the week, I do have a handful of things I'm going to be reviewing. So let's jump right into it, non-spoiler. I'm going to start with a little movie called My Spy. That's right, My Spy is a film that I have been waiting for over a year now at this point. This movie was supposed to come out last summer, starring Dave Bautista. This is his run as action star does kiddie flick kind of movie. Now, I'm a big Dave Bautista fan. I love this dude. I'm so glad that he's starting to get movies where he's the lead. And, you know, I feel like every big, burly, muscular action star needs to do one of these movies that's for the whole family. And this is just his turn. So, My Spy. Last summer, Stuber came out, and they wanted to separate Stuber from My Spy. So they separated the time frame and pushed My Spy back. Then it got delayed again, and then it was supposed to come out in mid-March. Well, what happened in mid-March? We all got coronavirus, and things started to shut down. The movie theaters shut down, and we said, man, I guess we're not getting My Spy anytime soon again. But then Amazon Prime came into the picture, and Amazon Prime bought the rights to the movie and made it a Prime original. So very, very cool. And this past Friday night, June 26th, it hit Amazon Prime, and you can watch it in regular HD, or you can even watch it in 4K, which is fantastic. So like I said, I've been really excited for this movie. I like the trailers. This is one of those movies that when we saw the trailer, my daughter, who's 6 years old, just loved the trailer, and she was like, I really want to see that. So we always had plans to go see this thing in the theater until it wasn't. So of course, when it finally hit Amazon this past Friday, we popped some popcorn, we kicked back, and we had our own little movie night here at the house. For those of you that don't know what My Spy is about, basically he is CIA. They are on an undercover mission, and he ends up, his cover is blown by a little 8-year-old who kind of blackmails him into teaching her how to be a spy. And of course, you go from the, I have no heart, I'm the big, mean, muscular man, to, of course, what you expect by the end of the movie, that he's created that bond with her. It's cute, man. I really, really dug this movie. I mean, it's nothing special. It's nothing you haven't seen before. It's one of those kind of movies. But you know what? My daughter loved it. The whole family sat down and watched this thing on Friday night, and we all said, man, that was really cute. And we had a good time with it. So I would recommend, if you have Amazon Prime, to give My Spy a watch, especially if you have kids. I think it's a great little family flick to sit down with. The little girl is super cute. I thought Batista was awesome in it. It's cheesy, but that's what you kind of expect from a movie like this. So I really, really dug it, and I'm glad I finally, after all this time, got a chance to watch it. I'll probably watch it again with her here pretty soon. So I would give My Spy 3 out of 5 stars. The next new movie we're going to get into is a Netflix original film, this time starring Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams, and I'm talking about Eurovision Song Contest, the Story of Fire Saga. That's right, it's a hell of a title, it's a hell of a tongue twister, but this movie, I remember reporting the news on this show that Will Ferrell was going to do this movie and Netflix was going to put it out, and it sounded crazy just from the article I read. And yeah, this movie is interesting, man. It is something else. Overseas, this is a real life song contest called Eurovision. And basically people from all countries around the world submit a song and you hope to win this contest. So Fire Saga is a music group with Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams from Iceland, right? So they're playing these Icelanders who are this group named Fire Saga, and they come up with a song and they submit it to the Eurovision Song Contest, and you kind of go from there. Again, this is a very cheesy movie. This is very over the top. And I know people are very divided on Will Ferrell right now. If you're a Will Ferrell fan and you like his comedy still, I really, really think you will like this movie. If you feel like the Will Ferrell stick has been overdone and you're not into it anymore, then I don't know if you'll get a kick out of this movie, to be honest. But the supporting players in this thing are good. Pierce Brosnan is in this. Dan Stevens is in this thing, and he's really, really good. I really, really liked it, to be honest. I mean, the songs were cool. The visual gags were cool. There's a running joke throughout the whole movie about them being brother and sister. That is just hilarious. And every time they went back to the well with that joke, I still laughed my ass off. You know what? Like I said, for being a Netflix movie, I really, really dug it. I don't think you have anything to lose by checking this thing out. If you like comedies and you have a really, just good sense of humor, I think you would dig this one, especially if you like music. And like I said, it's cheesy. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is a cheesy ass film. I feel like if this was in theaters, it would probably be ripped apart by critics and they'd say, don't waste your money on it. But you know what? It's a Netflix film. It does run a little bit long. It's just a couple minutes over the 2-hour mark. I don't think it needed to be that long. I was really hoping to be more around an hour and a half. But I didn't feel it too much. I just think it could have probably shaved maybe 10 minutes off or so. But like I said, I really liked it. I would give it 3 out of 5 stars as well. I think you should check out Eurovision Song Contest, the Story of Fire Saga. Okay? All right. Now let's switch over to some quick discussion on some TV shows. So I don't know if it was last episode or 2 episodes ago, but I told you guys, I know I'm late to the party, but I told you all I started binging the Netflix show You. I just want to say I finished it. I finished both. Shit. Sorry, don't mind me for the technical difficulties here. I completely smacked my laptop and pretty much shut it down on accident. So yeah, I tried to go back and kind of crop the file there on the fly, but that did not work. So I'm gonna just try to continue as if nothing happened. Oh man, so on the fly you're gonna hear me be like, oh shit, as I waved my hand and I totally smacked the damn keyboard on the laptop. Anyways, sorry, let me get back to my train of thought here. what I was saying is I got into the second season of the show You, and I finished it. I mean, there's 2 seasons on Netflix. Binged through season 1 so fast, and then immediately jumped into season 2, which I thought season 2 was even better than the first one, and I really liked season 1. This show was fantastic. It was very, very fantastic. I am super into this show. I wish I had season 3 right now, because damn, I need to see where this show goes from here. I don't even know how to explain the show without giving anything away. It's a dude who just wants to be the best boyfriend ever, but sometimes some creepy shit goes down in order for him to have the relationship he wants to have. I hope that explains it a little bit. I'll tell you, I get a little bit of Dexter vibes from this show. He's a very interesting character, and season 2 took you in some really cool spots. Definitely threw me for a loop in those last couple episodes. So I cannot wait for season 3. I just wanted to take a minute to just tell y'all, if you haven't seen You on Netflix, get on it ASAP. It's so damn good. Okay, my next show, season 2 premiere of Doom Patrol, hit the DC Universe app along with HBO Max. The cool thing is that this is typically a weekly show. They released the first 3 episodes on both platforms to get into. So I watched the first 3 episodes, and I feel kind of the same way I did on season 1, which is the show's alright. It's weird as fuck. I can't get really into it, but I also want to watch it. So it's very, very unique, because I'm in this weird spot with it where it's like this love-hate. Like, I don't really like the show, but I like the characters and I want to give it a shot, but it's so fucking weird. It's hard to really stick around with. But I guess that's what they're going for, right? It's Doom Patrol. So season 2, 3 episodes in, we'll see where it goes. And then also just tonight, I started season 2 of the Twilight Zone, the new Jordan Peele version on CBS All Access. I watched the first 2 episodes, and they were both pretty good. I really dug them, and I'm anxious to see where the rest of the season goes. So if you have CBS All Access, I definitely recommend you check out the new Twilight Zone. Season 2 just dropped over the weekend, and all episodes dropped, so I'll be able to binge that one throughout the week. So I just want to let you all know it's here. First 2 episodes are off to a pretty decent bang, and we'll see where it goes. All right, so that's my reviews there. 2 movies, My Spy and Eurovision Song Contest. And then, of course, a couple TV shows. You on Netflix, Doom Patrol on DC Universe and HBO Max, and Twilight Zone 2020 version, Season 2 on CBS All Access. Okay, with that all being said, let's get into the news of the week. Right after we did last week's show, the news broke that Lucifer has officially been renewed for season 6. One more season, but this time it is confirmed. It is the final season. I know they said that about season 5, and that's why they're stressing the fact, guys, we're giving you another season, but this is it. So season 6, final season, has been greenlit. Season 5 is going to start, I believe, at the end of the month. For the first part of it. So I believe it's 16 episodes. The first 8 episodes will air, and then we don't know when the second 8 episodes will drop, probably in November or December, but at least it's coming, and I'm very happy. I love Lucifer. This was a show I watched on Fox. Was very happy when Netflix picked up the rights to it, so super stoked that we're going to get some more Lucifer. So check that out. Jessica Henwick and Caillou Wu's Nancy Wu Done It has been acquired by Amazon Prime, so that'll be coming to that. Aaron Schneider's Bum Rush has added Anne Hathaway and Bill Murray to the cast. Universal has set M. Night Shyamalan's new upcoming thriller for July of 2021. We have everything that's new to stream on HBO Max coming in July of 2020, so check that out. Barry Jenkins and Leonardo DiCaprio and Netflix are developing a Virunga film adaptation, a feature adaptation of that. Elizabeth Moss-led horror Run Rabbit Run has been acquired by STX Films. Abby Lee, Nikki Amuka Bird, and Ken Leung have joined M. Night Shyamalan's new upcoming thriller, the one we just talked about. Netflix has unveiled the trailer for their new Unsolved Mysteries reboot, so check that out if you're interested. That's coming very soon. Speaking of Netflix once again, Kenya Barris's show #BlackAF has been officially renewed for a second season over on Netflix. I'm happy it's getting a second season. This is a show, too, that I had a love-hate relationship with. I didn't like the first half of the season, but it really picked up in the second half, so I liked the way it went, so I'm down for season 2. Now, a movie I'm sure everybody who's been waiting and holding their breath to see if a sequel's coming is The Velocipaster. And yes, a sequel is in development, so you don't have to worry any longer. A sequel to Velocipaster is on the way. Netflix has acquired the Chicken Run sequel as the original film celebrates 20 years. Man, 20 years later, it's getting a sequel. That is insane. Alicia Keys is set to host Nickelodeon's Kids Race and Unity, a Nick News special. Colin Trevorrow, when he's done with the next Jurassic Park, is going to set course for Atlantis. That's right, an Atlantis movie by Colin Trevorrow. I love it. I've always wanted a film to really dig into Atlantis, so that's going to be pretty cool. George R. R. Martin hopes to finish The Winds of Winter by 2021. Chris Pine talks about Wonder Woman 84 if you're interested. And once again, I always feel the need to stress, if you want to hear more of a news that I briefly touch upon, don't forget that it is across all our social media, our Facebook, our Twitter, especially our Twitter page. There's so much news galore on there, so make sure you, if you need to dig in more, just take a look, twitter.com/amiontheair. You'll find everything you need. Chicken Run 2 will actually also recast Mel Gibson after the latest anti-Semitic comments have come out, thanks to Winona Ryder. Stuff that he said a long, long time ago, but once again, we're in that cancel culture, so they have already fired him from that. MLB officially locks in a shortened season. That's right, the Major League Baseball League has settled in on a 60-game season that will begin around July 24th. We'll see if everything sticks with that. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is set to scrap all episodes written for Season 8. Terry Crews says we have to start over. And this has to do a lot with the protest against police and everything that's gone on the last month. Everything's shifted for police, and they want to bring that realism into Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So good on them as they start all over. Emma Roberts and Jack Whitehall are set to star in Robots, which is a new movie that they're putting together. It'll debut at the Cannes Film Festival. HBO Max is extending its run of Justice League, Wonder Woman, and more DC films, including Watchmen and the Superman movies as well. We talked about it recently on the show, how HBO Max was going to remove most of the DC movies, and then they said, we'll bring them back later. Of course, everybody said, F that noise, I'm paying for HBO Max, you better give me my DC movies, and they finally said, okay, we'll leave them on there for a while. They say they still plan to swap them out at some point, but they will leave them on longer for the people that have wanted them. So good on them for making that change. Quibi has picked up a second season of the popular MTV franchise Punk'd, produced and hosted by Chance the Rapper, and the new Singled Out, hosted by Keke Palmer and Joel Kim. So second season's coming for both of those shows. Lil Rel Howery is set to host and executive produce a new NBC adaptation of a British game show called Small Fortune. Peacock, the new Peacock streaming service from NBC Universal, is set to debut on July 15th. We're just about 15 days away. And Peacock has set Google Platforms deal for their July expansion with a 3-month free trial. So if you have Chromecast or any other kind of Google device that you want to use for Peacock, you can sign up now and get a 3-month free trial. Lana Condor is set to star in Moonshot, which is a rom-com with a sci-fi twist, which will be coming out on HBO Max from producer Greg Berlanti, who does everything I love. Ruth Wilson, Kush Jumbo, and Rosamund Pike are in negotiations to star in Greatest Days, which will be a film adaptation of the stage musical The Band. So good casting there. Paris Jackson and her boyfriend Gabriel Glenn will let viewers follow their band The Soundflyers in a new 6-part documentary that they're putting together. Unhinged has been pushed back once again. Unhinged is the new Russell Crowe film that was supposed to originally come out this week. July 3rd or July 1st. It was supposed to be the first big movie back in the movie theaters. Well, good old COVID has been pushing everything back once again. There's been other movies being delayed. And because everything keeps shifting back, Unhinged keeps shifting back. So we went from the beginning of July to July 10th to July 17th to July 31st. And that's pretty much where we've landed now. It's set to come out at the very end of July when movie theaters are supposed to finally reopen. Because it looks like everything's going to pretty much hold off for the month of July right now due to cases spiking across the United States. So, news on some of these films have changed multiple times just in the last week. So it's almost hard for me to keep track of what to report. Because Unhinged literally moved like 3 weeks just in the past week. Its release date keeps getting shifted. Let's see here. Going back to the Velocipaster sequel, it's set to become a 3-part franchise with an LGBTQ plus vampire horror sequel called Outback Dracula, which was supposed to be the next chapter. So there you go. It's coming. Richard Armitage will play the lead role in a new British LGBTQ drama called Now and Then. Director David Leitch is set to helm a new action thriller for Sony called Bullet Train. I'm down for any action thriller that David Leitch wants to put together. Let's see here. Joseph Kosinski is in talks to helm the Twister reboot for Universal Pictures. That's right, 1996's Twister with Bill Pullman and Helen Hunt getting that reboot. I like it. I would love a new version of Twister. That'd be awesome. Tucker and Dale vs. Evil's Eli Craig has a new horror rom-com that's landing over on Netflix. His second film after that debut. Keke Palmer-led Alice has added Common and Johnny Lee Miller to the cast. Neil Berger is set to helm Skydance's sci-fi picture Summerfrost. HBO Max debuts the Expecting Amy documentary trailer that's coming soon to HBO Max. I believe it's a 3 or 4 part documentary throughout her pregnancy. We have the Showtime schedule. You could check that out to see whatever's going on over on the Showtime network. After Party. Apple TV Plus has ordered Chris Miller and Phil Lord's new murder mystery comedy series called After Party. They've ordered it straight to series, so very smart move there from Apple. We have the new Marvel's Avengers trailer. This is for the new video game, and it looks pretty awesome. We have the teaser for Season 4 of The Handmaid's Tale, so check that out if you are interested. Classic Muppets, new unscripted mayhem. The Muppets Now trailer has been released. That's also coming to Disney Plus. So good old Muppets are back. IFC Film sets American release of The Painted Bird. Henry Cavill was doing an interview and he says he wants to keep playing Superman for a while. So we know we've been talking about negotiations going on with him. And I just love to hear that even though negotiations are still ongoing, he's publicly coming out saying, I love playing Superman and I want to continue playing this role for as long as possible. So it gives me hope that he ain't going nowhere, and that's what I need is more Henry Cavill in my life. RZA's new movie Cutthroat City has been given a new release date. So far it's scheduled for July 17th, but we all know how that goes and it probably will not stick there. Bruce Campbell confirms the new Evil Dead film. That's right. They are doing another Evil Dead. This is not going to star Bruce Campbell. This is actually one of those, kind of like the spin-off that, well, I don't even know if it was a spin-off. It was kind of a remake that came out many, many moons ago. That was in the same world, but not, like, they're trying to keep them as, like, individual chapters, so to speak. But the new film is called Evil Dead Now. And it's technically the 5th installment, but oh no, actually the movie title changed. It was called Evil Dead Now, and now the movie's called Evil Dead Rise. The official name is Evil Dead Rise. They're getting a new draft in. They probably won't start working on it until 2021, but Very excited about this new chapter. No more Cabin in the Woods, so they're doing something a little different on this go-around, which is awesome. Hey, man, I'm always down for more Evil Dead. We have everything coming and going to Netflix in July, of course. We have the trailer for Waiting for the Barbarians with Johnny Depp and Pattinson. What's his face? Pattinson. You know, new Batman. Robert Pattinson. He's in this movie too. Skydance is developing an English remake of the South Korean drama Hotel Del Luna. Gangs of London has been renewed for season 2, even though the first season hasn't even aired yet, but it's coming soon to AMC this fall. But they've already picked up a season 2 option. We have everything coming and going in July for Amazon Prime Video that you can check out. Cobra Kai is officially moving to Netflix, so we have an article up with the creators discussing the move over to Netflix. Jessica Chastain is an assassin on the run in the new trailer Ava. I really like this trailer. I'll be down to check this one out. Gone with the Wind has officially returned to HBO Max with its new disclaimer in the beginning. Dan Aykroyd says that the Ghostbusters sequel will honorably represent Harold Ramis, so I love that. Jenny Slate has officially exited Big Mouth to make room for a black actor to voice Missy on the show. Paramount and Skydance are set to co-produce the 5th film in the Scream franchise. A robot named Erica will star in an upcoming $70 million sci-fi feature. Kristen Bell has exited her character from Central Park. It will be replaced by a black actress as well. Little Fires Everywhere actress Jade Pettyjohn actually has joined the cast of the new ABC drama Big Sky. A Little Voice trailer. Apple TV Plus new series from Sarah Bareilles and J.J. Abrams. The show is called A Little Voice, and we have the first trailer for that. Yvonne Strahovski is in the new trailer for Netflix's new film Stateless, so you can check that out. Amazon appears to be planning linear TV streaming additions to their Prime Video, so they know what's up. They're going to try to get some more TV options on Prime, which is pretty smart. Comic-Con at Home, Hulu is bringing Marvel's Hellstrom, Solar Opposites, and Crossing Swords to the virtual fest next month. Disney TV Studios also sets a panel slate with Bob's Burgers, Family Guy, Simpsons, and more for Comic-Con at Home. Bad Boys for Life directors Adele L. Arby and Bilal Fallah are set to direct Rebel Wild Bunch. So they're going to be their next project. Netflix was all set to release Millie Bobby Brown's new film Enola Holmes, but now the estate of Sherlock Holmes is suing, which has put a pause on everything. Demi Moore, Craig Robinson, Paul Walter Hauser, and Peter Stormare have nabbed leading roles in Songbird, which will be a timely pandemic-centric thriller being produced by Michael Bay. Love this cast. It's awesome so far. South Park. All episodes, the full library, are now streaming on HBO Max, except for 5 episodes that are not available due to the depiction of a religious figure. So outside those 5 episodes, which were also not streaming on Hulu when it was there, everything else is there, all seasons, all episodes. HBO Max. Will Smith and Warner Brothers are being sued over the film based on Venus and Serena's Williams' father. So they've been working on that movie for a while, and now another lawsuit has happened. Alamo Drafthouse Cinema announced that it will check the temperatures of customers in many of its locations, along with numerous other precautions. We have the new trailer for Greenland, which is the new Gerard Butler Comet movie, which I think looks incredible. That was supposed to come out at the end of this month, or the end of July. It has now been bumped back into August. But yeah, I can't wait to see that one. I think it looks awesome. Christopher Nolan's Tenet, of course, has been pushed back once again, and this is the one that started the whole domino effect all over the place. Now, luckily, it's only been pushed back 2 weeks, but everything that's happening right now, they've had to make a shift. So it was slated for the last weekend of July. It's now going to release on Wednesday, August 12th. With the 10th anniversary re-release of Inception taking over the July 31st date that was originally taken over the July 17th date. Warner Brothers is committed to bringing Tenet to audiences in theaters on the big screen when exhibitors are ready and public health officials say it's time. In this moment, we need to be flexible, and we are not treating this as a traditional movie release. We're choosing to open the movie midweek to allow audiences to discover the film in their own time, and we plan to play longer over an extended play period far beyond the norm to develop a very different yet successful release strategy. So there you go. Tenet moved back, which has shifted Mulan to move back, which therefore took Wonder Woman from August back to October now. It's caused once again this domino effect to roll down. But so there you go. That's what's going on with Tenet. Chiwetel Ejiofor is returning for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, so I'm very excited about that. I was hoping that would happen. Bill and Ted Face the Music is coming to Comic-Con at home. Peacock, the new Peacock streaming service, has released trailers for their new shows like Brave New World, The Capture, and more. So I think Brave New World looks really, really good. I'm down to check out most of these new shows on Peacock. We have the story trailer for Cyberpunk 2077. Michael Shannon and Kate Hudson have joined Michael Moran comedy Shriver. Magic School Bus live-action movie is in development from Universal Pictures, and Elizabeth Banks is set to star in it, and I think she might even be directing and help writing it. So, Baby Shark's Big Show, that's right, coming to Nickelodeon in December. Dan Aykroyd says Ghostbusters Afterlife. We already talked about that. I don't know why I wrote that down twice. Jai Courtney says that James Gunn's Suicide Squad movie has a different flavor than the first film. Constantine 15th anniversary reunion with Keanu Reeves is set for the Comic-Con at home thing, so that's awesome right there. The Matrix 4 cast returns to Berlin to begin filming after COVID-19 shut down, so glad to see something is back in production. Council of Dads has been canceled over at NBC. Jersey Shore Family Vacation has been renewed for season 4, but with no Snooki. Did it all for the Snooki. The Snooki. I don't know why that popped into my head. Love Lindsay Forever. Gia Coppola's dark romance series is in the works over at Quibi. Marlon Wayans inks an overall deal with HBO Max, so there you go. It'll cover scripted and unscripted series projects and a stand-up comedy special. Let's see. The Boys. You've been waiting for this one. The Boys, one of my favorite shows in the past decade. Season 2 will premiere on Amazon Prime September 4th. That's right, the first 3 episodes will premiere that day, and then the show will be weekly for the next 5 weeks. So there you go. I'm a little bummed it's still just 8 episodes again. I need more of this show, but I cannot wait. I love The Boys, and so glad season 2 is coming. September 4th, baby. Can't get here quick enough. Christina Hodson, who made the Harley Quinn movie, her and Margot Robbie are reuniting for a new Pirates of the Caribbean movie. That's right, this time female fronted by Margot Robbie. So a nice new spin on it. Let's see. Ethan Hawke, his new film Tesla will be releasing August 21st. Quibi has renewed Chrissy's Court for season 2. Catherine Hardwicke's Don't Look Deeper is premiering on Quibi in July. Actor Campbell Scott is joining Jurassic World Dominion. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the animated series, is in negotiations. That'll be interesting. Hulu's 9 Perfect Strangers series adaptation has just added Luke Evans to the cast. He's a great addition to anything. Congratulations to the new video game Last of Us Part 2. It's the fastest selling PS4 exclusive game with over 4 million copies sold just in the first couple days. That is insane. All right, more movies being shifted. I told you, man, the domino effect here. As everything started shifting, of course, it knocked down some more pegs. Of course, we're going to start with Bill and Ted's Face the Music. That's right, Bill and Ted Face the Music. Not too bad. Was going to come out August 14th. It has now been moved to August 28th, which is also the same date as New Mutants are supposed to come out. So we'll see if that sticks. Next up is Paramount Pictures' film Without Remorse. with Michael B. Jordan. It was supposed to come out October 2nd and has now been pushed all the way to February 21st, 2021. This is another one that I don't understand. Doesn't make much sense to me. The film doesn't come out till October, so why are you pushing this one? Bill and Ted, I understand. It's August. Everything else is bumping into it. But Without Remorse, really, no need. There's really no need. But they're deciding to push it back all the way into 2021, which makes no sense. The Simpsons will no longer have white actors play non-white characters, so good on them. And speaking of that, Cleveland Brown over on Family Guy will no longer be voiced by Mike Henry. He has quit the show, and they will get a black actor to do Cleveland Brown. Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne will reportedly wear the bat suit in the Flash movie. We talked about that last week. I'm still so stoked on that news. Gerard Butler says that The Angel Has Fallen and Den of Thieves movies have sequels in development, so that is pretty cool there. I always figured they would have another Fallen movie. And Den of Thieves I really, really liked. I know a lot of people didn't even find that movie until it hit Netflix, but I'm glad it really caught on, so I would love to see a sequel to that. Bruce Willis will hold a nuclear power plant hostage in the new upcoming film Reactor. Let's see here. Patty Jenkins says that COVID-19 has put developing Wonder Woman 3 on pause. I don't know why. She's just sitting at home, so there's no reason to put anything at pause. You should have more time than ever to develop this movie. Blind Spot executive producer Martin Gero has a video chat comedy called Connecting, which has been ordered to series over on NBC. A Princess Bride at-home remake with Joe Jonas, Sophie Turner, Common, Tiffany Haddish, and more has been set over on Quibi. And now Mulan. We knew it was going to come, man. Mulan was supposed to come out July 24th. They've been saying it's going to move, it's going to move, it's going to move. And once Tenet moved, Mulan followed. And Mulan is now officially moved to August 21st. So there you go. We'll have to wait a little bit longer for Mulan. Vagrant Queen has been canceled by the Sci-Fi Network after just one season. Winona Earp gets a season 4 trailer, and the Sci-Fi series will do Comic-Con at Home. Lena Waithe's 20s has been renewed for season 2 by BET. Let's see here. We already talked about that. We have the full BET Awards winners you can check out. We got everything coming to HBO Max in July. The 30-something sequel series is not moving forward over at ABC. They'll shop that around and see if anybody else wants to pick it up. The MTV Video Music Awards are set actually for August 30th at the Barclays Center. We'll see if that sticks. I think they're risking that one. David Makes Man. HBO Max has acquired the Peabody Award-winning drama. They have acquired season 1 to air on HBO Max. David Makes Man. Disney Plus summer movie nights to feature original movies and blockbuster hits. Netflix has debuted the Umbrella Academy Season 2 poster and photos. We have that up on our Twitter. Ava DuVernay is producing a Colin Kaepernick Netflix limited series. That's right. I think it's going to be based on his high school years. We have the trailer for Black is King, which is Beyonce's new visual album that she's doing for Disney Plus. Anthony Mackie says that The Falcon and Winter Soldier is like a 6-hour movie. That's awesome. I'm so excited to see this show, man. I need some Marvel in my life. AMC Theaters is delaying their reopening till July 30th in light of the studio rescheduling. So once again, makes sense, right? No movies are coming out until the last weekend of July. Let's postpone to the end of July. Gives them a little bit more time. A new show called Debris has been ordered to series over on NBC. It's an alien spaceship drama from The Fringe executive producer. The pilot for Brides is also not moving forward over at ABC. Revenge, that show was looking like it was going to get a reboot or like a spin-off over on ABC, and that has also been axed. So they're really scaling back. Leslie Odom Jr. has been cast in Freeform's new show Love in the Time of Corona. It's happening, man. I knew it was coming. The LA Complex reboot is DOA over in the CW. That's not coming no mo. Nick Cannon will lead a group of celebrities giving advice to everyday people in a new series over on the E! Network. Sony's The Broken Hearts Gallery is moving its release date. That's right, that was supposed to come out July 17th, and it will now come out August 7th. And that, my friends, is the news of the week. More shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. Lots of movie shuffling once again. Oh, man, the corona. So, I hope you guys are all staying safe and happy and healthy as we try to get through this crazy-ass pandemic that never seems to want to end. I think we all just want to get back to our normal lives, so hopefully soon. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Let's do some shout-outs. Our official webpage is amiontheair.com. Make sure you follow us on the socials. That's right, Twitter is the best, twitter.com/amiontheair. You can also follow me directly at DXDonMega. Make sure you like us on Facebook at facebook.com/amiontheair. You can follow me directly on Stardust. I love Stardust, so make sure you follow. You can follow me directly at Don Mega, DONMEGA, and I will give you a follow back. Please download, rate, and subscribe to us on Apple Podcast. If Apple Podcast ain't your thing, don't you worry. We got you covered on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Stitcher, TuneIn, Podchaser, Google Play Podcast. We're all over the interwebs, so make sure you follow there. We're always streaming on YouTube as well. Check out our Instagram. Just search Am I on the Air, and you should be able to find all that. And our great affiliates at reddragonsradio.com. That's Red Dragons with an S, radio.com. Follow on Twitter at Red Dragons Radio. That'll do it for me. Once again on this Monday, June the 29th. June is almost in the books as we move on into July. So once again, stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy. Take care of yourselves and each other. Try to stay sane out there. Don't do nothing crazy. And until next time, y'all. Peace!
Bye, everybody.
Red Dragons!
Red Dragons.